Welcome to CSL TV, and I just hope you guys are having a beautiful, blessed day. Now, if you're new to the channel, this is just a review, a reaction, as well as an informational channel. Hopefully the informational part help you and someone out, and we pretty much just, talk about stuff that goes on in the world and how crazy it is. But if you've been rocking with your boy, I just gotta say thank you so much, because you could be somewhere else trying to find these videos, but yet you rocking it out with CSL TV, and I just want to say I appreciate it. Thank you. But as in always, I don't want to keep my intro too long, so I hope you guys are having a beautiful, blessed day. Let's get it.
This story out of St. Louis is tragic, and we have to warn you, the details may be upsetting. This is 32-year-old Manuel Gonzalez, who just last week was finally celebrating his wedding night with his wife, Dulce. After a decade together and 2 children, the couple finally tied the knot and hosted an intimate party with 50 family members in the backyard of their home. Everything was going well until just before 1 a.m. when 2 masked gunmen entered the party through the driveway fence. The assailants demanded that no one move and began to search the guests for money. One of the gunmen started to go through the guests' pockets, while the other stood behind Manuel and shot him in the head several times. Without taking anything, the gunman ran away, leaving Manuel bleeding out in the backyard. This was in Missouri. Dulce, now heartbroken and distraught, is trying to cope with the horrifying incident. The family believes the assailants might have been teenagers and are pleading with the community for help in locating them. Manuel was rushed to a local hospital where he remains in critical condition. No arrests have been made yet, and police are continuing to investigate the shooting. We don't know exactly what motivated this, but we do know the primary driver of violent crime is poverty. According to the Poor People's Campaign, some 140 million Americans live in poverty or are one crisis away from financial ruin. That's almost half the country. We can expect senseless violence like this until we fix our economy so that everyone, not just the wealthy, have the basic essentials of life.
Man, that is crazy that you can't even celebrate. Man, look at this beautiful family. Now, that's sad that they couldn't even celebrate, they decades long of being married through all the good. We don't know if it's been bad, but this is definitely a bad situation. So through all the good, through all the bad, and I'm just hoping that he pulled through. Now, we don't know why all this happened, but it was a big celebration. And with celebrations, that bring people and motherfuckers being nosy and looking, and they probably seen what they was going on, so that's why they proceeded to do whatever stupid ass plan that they just did. And he was probably trying to fight them off, talk sense into them, so this type shit didn't escalate to the way that it did. That's what I'm assuming happened, and why he had got wounded. But my prayers is with his family. My prayers is with the ones that's going through it. And also, my prayers is for things to get better, man. We've been dealing with a lot of gun violence. And you can't fight gun violence with gun violence, because that's just going to be a bloodbath. And it's just going to be a whole fucked up situation for a lot of people.
This story out of California is tragic, and we have to warn you, the details may be upsetting. This is Bryn, a 32-year-old audiologist from Thousand Oaks, California. She'd been dating this man, Chad, and one night they were at his place when he encouraged her to smoke weed with him. He was reportedly a heavy user and smoked, quote, the best, strongest strains he could find. Then, what started as a casual night on the balcony spiraled into unimaginable horror. Bryn suffered a severe reaction, experiencing what doctors later diagnosed as a cannabis-induced psychotic disorder. Trapped in a nightmarish delusion, Bryn attacked Chad, grabbing a knife and stabbing him over 100 times. In her frenzy, she also turned the knife on her Alaskan Husky, Aria, and when police arrived, before they could disarm her, she turned the knife on herself, stabbing herself in the neck multiple times. She couldn't even be restrained with the taser, so cops beat her with batons until the bones in her arms broke. She later told the Daily Mail that he pressured her into it and that she felt intimidated by him. He was allegedly physically aggressive at times, and she says they're really both to blame for what happened. She was ultimately found guilty of involuntary manslaughter, but received what critics called a slap on the wrist. No jail time, 2 years of probation, and 100 hours of community service. The judge ruled that Bryn was not in control of her actions, a decision that sparked outrage and debate nationwide. According to researchers, marijuana use can indeed trigger severe psychotic reactions in rare cases, yet public awareness is low. This tragic incident highlights the urgent need for better education and regulations around the use of substances that, while often seen as harmless, can have devastating effects. Critics point out that intimate partner domestic violence often escalates from coercion and control, a pattern that may have contributed to this tragic outcome.
Man, that was crazy. And just let this be a warning to y'all. Don't be peer pressure people into doing stuff that they say no, they don't want to do. You think a little bit might help them, whatever the occasion or reason may be. Because this right here is a very, very sad situation. They were just trying to relax, have fun, whatever they was trying to do. It does not seem like this was the outcome that they was trying to, build up to. She got very lucky, slapped on the wrist that she didn't have to do more time than she served. And it's just sad to see that he's no longer here. But at the same time, you got to know what you put in your body. And if somebody say they don't want to do it or they don't feel like they can handle what you can handle, just leave them alone. I don't understand why people feel like they have to push and push and push and push until they push the wrong thing, and then this type of stuff happens. So, if somebody's not comfortable with doing something, y'all, don't push them to do it.
Mushroom-infused chocolate is being recalled across the U.S. The FDA says people in at least 20 states have been getting sick from diamond shrooms, cones, gummies, and chocolate bars. Symptoms include nausea, vomiting, seizures, and more. If you're worried you might be sick, please speak to a doctor. And if you think you might have some of these products, definitely throw them out.
Man, that is crazy. But I am quite confused why she said, if you worry you're going to be sick, go talk to a doctor. I don't understand that. Shouldn't she be like, if you take these and you feel like you're sick, you should go talk to a doctor, instead of saying if you think you're going to be sick, go talk to a doctor? Because if you're thinking about this shit and you ain't even take it, to go get your money back, or why would you even fucking consume it after hearing this information? Now, for those who do it for recreational use or medical use, that's your business. Just be careful, because even though you buy it from a store, it's tested, all this extra shit, you still got to be careful what you put in your body.